OMG, it's transfer deadline day, it's PedTalkz, and the window has shut. It's official, the window is shut, the transfer window is closed for this summer. And it has been sensational, people. Today has seen records smashed. And the headline is that Antony has joined Manchester United for 100 million euros from Ajax in Amsterdam. It is the single biggest transfer of a deadline day in history. Unbelievable numbers. The Premier League operates in a completely different sphere from anything else, and it doesn't seem to be stopping. So, also, we believe that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is having a medical, and the ink will dry on a 2-year contract. £10 million plus Marcos Alonso going in the other direction to join Chelsea Football Club. Let's see if this does happen. I'm very hopeful that it will. And we are 11:32 p.m. with the window shut, and it hasn't yet been totally confirmed. But is this the number 9 that we have been craving? I sincerely hope so. He is a proven Premier League goal scorer. He has banged in goals in the Bundesliga, and he has most certainly had a cup of tea and a mince pie with Tuchel in the past. So is this the match made in heaven? We all hope, and I really do believe he will be the answer to some of our lack of finishing and cutting edge that we've seen so far this season and through some of last season. In addition, Chelsea have signed Denis Zakaria from absolutely nowhere, from Juventus. The young 25-year-old Swiss international, tall, leggy, box-to-box midfielder. I think actually he could be a blessing in disguise. The deal is an initial loan with an option to buy for £30 million. So let's see if Denis is our new Essien in midfield. I have high hopes, and I'm so glad that we have bolstered the midfield ranks. We know that we have got a bit of a soft centre there. We know that we've got some challenges with some of the ageing players that are getting injured or indeed are just not hard enough for this Premiership. So, who's come in and who's gone out, I hear you cry. So, coming in, just to recap, we had Wesley Fofana, who's just recently signed from Leicester for just over £73 million. Marc Cucurella, the left-sided wing-back from Brighton, has joined for just under £60 million. Raheem Sterling, who, as we know, has joined for roughly £50 million. Koulibaly, our new centre-back, and the former Napoli player for just over £35 million. Chukwuemeka, the young talent, British talent from Aston Villa, joined for £16 million. Aubameyang, as we've heard, around £10 million. We've also had a young Italian from Inter, who's yet to make his debut, called Casadei, for around £13 million, I believe. And a young American keeper, Slolina, for £8 million. But he's gone back on loan to Chicago Fire until January, and then will return to provide competition to Edouard Mendy et al. And of course, Zakaria, I mentioned, has come in on loan. So, £250 million has been spent. Is it money well spent? Well, listen, Rudiger went, Christensen went. We've signed two, I think, quite sensational defenders in Koulibaly and indeed Fofana. A blend of experience and youth, but both big physical players with good distribution and like to break forward and play football. And with Cucurella at left, providing competition for Chilwell, I think it was the right thing to do. Yes, he's a bit expensive, but I think he's shown to be a good technician, good energy, and he will prove to be a good player for Chelsea, I have no doubt. A bit of an Aspi at left back, if you like. So midfield, we've heard about Denis Zakaria. I don't know too much about him. I was aware of him from his days at Borussia Mönchengladbach, and he is a big, tall midfielder with lots of energy, and he will break up play. Listen, we needed someone. My granny wasn't available, so Gran, if you're listening, Zakaria's got the job. So beyond that, we needed a forward, and certainly to embellish our forward line further. And we know Sterling's come in. I think he has definitely been putting up trees. 3 goals in 2 games. He's definitely been the highlight from a pretty dour start for the Blues this season. But let's remain hopeful and steadfast that with these new acquisitions, we can really push on and kick on. The other thing is obviously Aubameyang coming in. It looks like he's the guy that's been chosen, and the deal should close before the night is done. And for me, given his pedigree, yes, he's 33 years of age. I think in the short term, as many of us have talked about, he's potentially the best we could have. And Tuchel knows him, so he will know how to play in his systems and hopefully get the best out of him. They both talk very fondly of each other, so I'm hopeful. Who's gone out? So Werner, we remember him, Timo Werner. I like him. Clearly wasn't suited to the Premier League or certainly Chelsea's systems, but has returned to Germany on a permanent deal. I think we managed to receive around 20 million for him, so we made a loss, but he is already banging goals in the Bundesliga. Emerson has gone to the Hammers, as we know, West Ham, for just shy of 14 million. Good servant for Chelsea, never really got into the team consistently, but surely best remembered for that sensational goal on our Champions League run. Lukaku has gone actually out on loan. We have received an initial 7.2 million just for loan, which is mind-boggling. Malang Sarr has gone out for close to $1 million, and obviously we know Rudiger and Christensen have gone, with Hudson-Odoi going on loan to Germany, and indeed Ethan Ampadu going to Spezia in Italy. So where does that leave us? I think there's clearly going to be some more outs, and I think by the close of the evening, we will have seen some others go. I believe Billy Gilmore has also gone to Brighton now for somewhere near the region of £10 million. A little word on Gilmore. I think a great young talent, certainly got us off our seats when he first came to our attention in the cup game against Liverpool, and certainly had Roy Keane on the edge of his seat, if you recall. All in all, I think we've done good business. It's clear that the ownership have backed Tuchel. They are his sort of players, and in Aubameyang coming in, that for me cements the fact that they believe in him and his philosophy, and he will be backed for the foreseeable future. That said, this is a results game, and we know the reality of not winning enough games. And I think West Ham is a perfect opportunity on Saturday to really bed some of these players in and put in a performance of note. Anything less than 100% is just not going to cut the mustard for the Stamford Bridge crowd, and I fully expect a response from the boys and a resounding victory against the Hammers. So all that remains to be said is, I hope you're well, I hope you're looking after each other, and let's make it happen. See you soon.